Hey, what's up, y'all? Marjack79 here. Here we are again, man. The end of another year, 2020. Whew, Lord have mercy. This year has been a doozy for everyone, and I'm glad it's over. But we did get some fire figures in. So of course, all toy reviewers do their top 10 figures of the year. I'm no different. So we're at the end of the year. So I'm gonna give you my top 10 figures of the year 2020. So of course, this is my own opinion. I'm gonna have some biased choices. I'm gonna have some good toy choices, but all in all, I feel like this list will represent an accumulation of the most well reserved figures that I personally reviewed this year. So I'm gonna have 10 choices, a top 10, and 3 honorable mentions. I do have to point out there are some figures that I was really wanting to get out so that I could include them, but unfortunately, due to the pandemic, I just have not received them yet. The first one is the SH Figuarts Kid Gohan. I still have not received that figure due to the P Bandai delay. So when I get it, we'll review it. The other one is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Toka and Razor. I have not received that one yet either. That's probably the biggest one that I was disappointed in not being able to review before the end of 2020. So I know it's good. It looks amazing, but unfortunately, neither one of those are going to be included in this list because I don't have them yet. So, okay, let's get started, man. Number 10, movie Venom. Yes, sir. I was not a fan of this movie, man, but I kept seeing this toy on the shelf and I just had to have it. Got him home, reviewed him, absolutely fell in love with him. Went back to YouTube and was watching clips of like the fight scenes and just, I watched the Cliff Notes version of the Venom movie with just Venom and nobody else. That made the movie amazing. And the toy was no different. Kind of missing some accessories here and there. Would have been nice if we could have got some of the black tendrils that he's seen like swinging around the city within the movie. Didn't get that, but the figure itself is great, man. Really love this figure. Number 9, Grade 8 Vegeta. But he doesn't have any shading. He doesn't have any shading. Oh god, dude, just let it go. I love this figure, man. People like to hate on this figure because of its lack of shading, but I'm just happy that SH Figuarts had the courage to do a figure of this size, man. So they gave us Shenron last year, and they gave us Grade 8 Vegeta as their big figure this year. So he looks great to me. I mean, when you're looking at him on the shelf, I don't know, I feel like I just don't care about shading that much. Of course, that would have made the figure stand out a bit more, but just wasn't a big deal to me. I love this figure, and that's why he takes the number 9 spot. Number 8, the Mezco Michael Jordan. Yeah. Of course, this figure has its issues too. Like, I still don't like that bunched up shorts look. Makes him look super skinny. A few articulation issues, but just look at the figure on the shelf. Got his shoes and his basketball just plastered there. I love this figure. He's my favorite basketball player. Not even just my favorite basketball player, he's my favorite athlete of all time. I was a 90s kid. If you grew up in the 90s and you didn't love like Space Jam and the Chicago Bulls, I don't know what you were doing with your life. But he had to take his spot in the top 10, man. So love this figure. Still looks a very awesome representation of him. When it comes to 6-inch figures, it doesn't get any better than this when it comes to Michael Jordan. So a little bit expensive, but I still love it though. And for number 7, we're going to go Autonomous Ultra Instinct, the SH Figuarts Goku. This wouldn't be a Marjack79 top 10 list if we didn't have a Goku on the list, man. It's Goku's top form. Before anything else, I'm a Dragon Ball fan. It's always going to be. It's always going to be like that. It is what it is, man. So, man, of course, this figure had its slight issues. Virtually no shading at all. But I love the form. I love the character. I love the figure. So, that's all it is to it. And that's why it takes this spot on the list. Very easily could have been the Ultra Instinct Almond Goku 2. So I would say pretty much these two tie for 7th. I love them both, but if I had to pick just one between the two of them, I would definitely go with the autonomous, mastered Ultra Instinct. Number 6, the DC Multiverse Teen Titans Cyborg. This was the figure that really made me give the DC Multiverse line a chance. I was shocked on how good he looked in package in the stores, so I had to give him a shot, man. So I reviewed him. He had some issues getting that his arm cannon out and whatnot, but other than that, I mean, the articulation is fine. I feel like he's sized to scale as well. Looks big, powerful. Paint ups came out good. I really love this figure, man. And that's why he gets the spot. Teen Titans was not my favorite show growing up, but I definitely enjoyed it. You know, it was one of my favorite DC animated shows. We have the Marvel Legends movie Hugh Jackman Logan. Yeah, I love this figure too, man. I really did. Definitely not my favorite Wolverine figure of all time. That will always go to the Jim Lee 90s style Wolverine. But the years that we enjoyed Hugh Jackman portraying one of our favorite comic book characters, there was no way I was not going to add this figure to my collection. I loved it. The only part of this figure that I didn't like was the screaming head. That was a little bit off, but other than that, this figure came out great, man. Really, really enjoyed it. Number 4, the SH Figuarts Final Battle Jiren. Yeah, look at that, man. This figure was a work of art. You actually have shading. Look at that, man. He got shading. Added Ultimate Gohan's blast to him, firing off against Goku and Frieza. I love that, man. This is definitely one of my favorite Dragon Ball figures for the year, even though I couldn't even find a spot for him in the main display. It's just way too jam-packed. But my God, this is still one of my favorite figures of the year, man. The articulation is great. Face is good. Body, torso, legs. Looks just great, man. Just a darn outstanding achievement from SH Figuarts. I wish every release from them was like this. But it's not, unfortunately. Number 3, the SH Figuarts Captain Ginyu. This is probably my favorite, not technically my favorite release of the year, but when it comes to reviewing toys, this is the most well put together Dragon Ball figure that I reviewed this year by far. When it comes to accessories, overall presentation, package, articulation, comparison to the demonomical fit, this figure was darn near perfect. Compared, with all the troubles and trials and tribulations that I went through with the demonomical fit Captain Ginyu, then to get this one in and haven't had 1 ounce of trouble from him at all, yeah, it doesn't even compare, man. Yeah. I love this figure. I really did. Just waiting on the SH Figuarts Jace to replace the demonomical fit. I mean, he's a good placeholder. It's not bad, but man, I cannot wait to get that one in too. Number 2, the NECA Super Shredder. Oh my God, dude. So much drama actually securing the pre-order for this figure. But man, once I actually got him in and reviewed him, all that drama and trouble was worth it, man. Just look at him. It's so good. Definitely one of my favorite figures of the year by far. I just need that Token Razor. I need it so bad, man. Just come on, NECA. You got to come through for me. Where are they at? Because Super Shredders, he's just so good, man. So good. I was a huge Turtles fan growing up. I'm a 90s kid, so, it was all about the Turtles and the Power Rangers and Fox Kids, man. X-Men, Spider-Man, but Turtles, I think, was probably my second favorite. Yeah, I love this movie. I really did. Okay, first, honorable mention, the Dragon Stars Janemba. Personally, I think this was the best Dragon Stars figure that came out this year. This Janemba, I feel like, matches right up and fits perfectly with all of the other SH Figuarts figures and so on and so forth on my shelf. I feel like it just, it comes out good. This was a good figure. For a $20 Dragon Ball figure, this was really good, man. Had some leg stand in place issues, but once you get him posed up and looking on your shelf, it's a great figure, man. It really is. Second honorable mention, the Star Wars Black Series Cad Bane. I didn't even really know anything about this character. I mean, I picked him up on a whim, saw him on the shelf. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, looked cool, ended up reviewing him, and I was very happy with that purchase. Went on to YouTube and started searching clips and bits of him from Star Wars Rebels. Very cool character. Star Wars The Clone Wars. Very cool character. Very happy to have added him to my collection, man. So, yeah. I could not make this list without mentioning the Marvel Legends Red Hulk and the McFarlane Toys Spawn action figures. I reviewed these two figures as well this year, but I did not keep them in my collection. I ended up selling them off, but these were stellar figures too, and well worth an honorable mentioning in its own right. Absolutely. And finally, my favorite figure of 2020, the Star Wars, the Black Series, the Clone Wars, Ahsoka Tano. If you've seen that video, you know the crazy hunting story that I had with finding this figure. So a little bit biased in this opinion. You know, I went into Walmart not expecting to find anything because, I mean, this is right when she first came out. And I found her in a cosmetics section in Walmart. Holy crap. Took it right home, reviewed her, absolutely fell in love with it. The Ahsoka Tano character, just from the Clone Wars, the final 4 episodes in the Clone Wars, and her appearance in The Mandalorian, just really just set the tone for me falling in love with the character. So, like I said, a very biased opinion. This is easily the best Ahsoka Tano figure that we've ever gotten in a 6-inch form as well. So, very happy with that, man. And that's going to do it. So that is my list for Marjack 79 favorite figures of 2020. So 2021 coming up fast approaching. I believe it's going to be just as strong as this year was in the toy game. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So you can look forward to a ton of reviews coming in the next year. Probably going to do top 10 worst figures as well. So stay tuned for that. All right, as always, if you like the video, do me a favor and hit that like button. You can follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.